Hey guys, Jacob here from Take 3 Productions, coming with you for another reaction of the Ultimate Singles Tournament Schmoedown. I'm so excited. This is the last match of round one, and we've got a big one. John Rocha versus Jason Inman, 1 seed versus the 16th seed. But before we get into that, I am joined by my wonderful panel today. Jen Kemp, how are you?
I'm so excited. I am so nervous. I can't wait for round one to be over. It's just been one heartbreak after another, so hopefully today will be different.
And very true. Manning Franks, how are you?
I am doing so good because my favorite competitor is playing today, and he is about to show us why he is the outlaw.
Exactly. I'm feeling the same, man. Chris Clark, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jacob. This match could be another of these upsets that we've been seeing. This whole tournament's been full of upsets. I finally don't feel alone in this world. Everybody is miserable, finally. Let's give them a little bit more.
I'm not miserable yet.
I need Manning to be miserable.
No!
Manning is the next person on my list of miserable.
You will not take me.
I will. I will take you. And you will see. And you will die a thunderous death.
Well, yes. We will be nearly finishing the round one of Ultimate Upsets. Nothing has gone the way of the plans. I think only 2 people who were the favorites going in have actually won. But this is the last match of round one. So let's hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. And we get the ad again.
So
we should all know the word by now.
Don't give me that hello outlaw crap. You've been ducking me for far too long, Riley.
Oh, ducking you.
Still love it.
We all have this ad memorized now.
Not yet. I need a couple more times. It's not the, and my name is Mark.
The new,
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah. This is the new T Public ad. They took that away, so we needed a new one.
Oh, you want a Schmoedown right now?
I want a Schmoedown right now, Riley.
Well, then draw.
I can't draw yet. So sad.
Oh, it's getting hot in here. And if you think these two take movie trivia seriously, you should take the fans into consideration. Y'all have been begging for your shot at the movie trivia Schmoedown, and now you get your opportunity. We are proud to introduce.
It doesn't matter how many times I see the ad, the clash of the plaid still makes me go, whoa. A lot of plaid.
Fans will be able to play all trivia modes.
Now, we'll tell you what I have in my brain.
Editors,
This theme song over and over again.
After you accrue enough points, you can unlock the Inner Geekdom division and play in another format. Find some fans from all over the world, climb up the rankings, deem a champion, challenge a champion, but make sure you've earned it. We're so excited for y'all to finally get your chance to play the movie trivia Schmoedown. This app is for all you movie trivia fans who have ever said,
I totally know.
How many more times do you guys think we're going to be getting this?
for everybody. Make sure you guys
Till the end of the year.
right now on
So spectacular.
Oh, I think throughout the tournament.
Yeah, the tournament we will, and then after that, that'll be it.
One day, maybe you can
Probably.
challenge the likes of a Rocha, O'Reilly, maybe even your old
Like,
pal,
they can always
Baby
throw it as a
Carrots.
bumper
All
on the
year
end,
long,
but I think
Yep.
they can remove it
Schmoedown.
from the beginning.
That's true. That is very true.
The outlaw doesn't quit. I said from the beginning when I beat Mance that I want the title around my waist and that I was going to beat every single person on the way. When you want to get to where you're going, you got to use those people as the stepping stones to get to where you're going. And just like Mance, Harloff, and Riley, they were my stepping stones to take care of Baby Carrots.
And your winner,
Uh
advancing to the Schmoedown
huh.
Spectacular Four, Baby
That made Evan happy and Kristen happy.
Yeah. Can't happen again this round.
That makes me so happy.
Now, Makuga's face is the best. To stare upon this face. That is the face of what am I doing with my life.
Manning, after this match, you're gonna be miserable too.
Debbie Downer over here. You know what? I'm gonna be smiling and happy.
You're very, very optimistic.
You've known me. I am an optimistic person.
You have to be a realistic one.
That reaction is hands down just one of the best reactions.
Yes.
Because he doesn't think he got it. He has that look of,
Yeah.
wait, I actually got it?
Yes. No.
Yeah, for all those people that keep saying it's scripted, it's fake, it's rigged, it's like, you see that
can't.
moment, you know that is real.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I haven't seen those comments in a while, so we're doing good, people. We're doing good.
Before Harloff comes out here.
Because we booted them all.
Yeah.
Win or lose,
They went down with the ship.
When Mance beats you the next time,
Come on now.
I want to take you on.
Oh, it's called
Oh.
Rocha.
Oh.
Like Batman vs Superman, less than stellar for you. That's
both-
what it'll be.
Ooh.
I
That's
forgot
what it'll
about
be,
this.
Or it could be an extended
That was a
edition
long
where
time
better than
ago,
most
yeah.
son. Even worse.
The old yellow
Maybe asking
graphics.
yourself, why am I in this fatal five-way? I'm going to tell you why. It's because
Where the walls were bare? It was a long time ago.
been performing pretty steadily. Look at the
It was a
team
year
career.
ago.
We've been doing
Wow.
pretty well. Team Truck's had a solid run. But if you look at my singles career, I've stumbled a couple of times. But I've only stumbled against champions. Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie. That's correct. Chris
Which-
I'm not
Okay,
gonna
is the
lie.
champion,
Is it
so.
Is it Pittsburgh?
Inman's not a 16 seed. That's the one thing about this tournament that we've seen is
Yeah.
these players aren't seeded where they actually should be
Yeah.
because they just haven't had the records in singles.
Be facing John Rocha in the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament.
That, I'm a little afraid of Rocha. I'm a little
Yeah?
afraid of Rocha. He's a good pal of mine, and I know that he's an evil, evil man, but now he's a hero again. So, it'll be nice just to be in the same tournament as John Rocha, because last year I missed out by one. Christian Harloff beat me. I barely didn't make it in. So this year it'll be nice to at least get in round one. And whoever wins, you know what? I'll cheer him on. You know what? If Rocha beats me, I'll make
See,
a promise
now,
right now.
Court,
If
I will
Rocha
say,
beats me,
I am not going to underestimate
I'll cheer
Jason
with him.
Inman, because
through to the end.
what he did for the previous match is something I gotta give props and
He
respect
beat
for.
Robert Meyer Burnett. He is a force
He
to
did.
be reckoned with.
He did beat Robert Meyer Burnett. I cannot.
He-
You are
he beat-
absolutely right.
He beat Ben Bateman. That's
Yes,
that
yeah,
that
yeah.
was the
He beat Ben
That's
too,
impressive.
but Robert
Yeah.
Meyer Burnett, the
But
strongest player of that entire five. So yeah.
Yes, sure.
I like how you're nodding, like you
Yes.
don't agree with me, but you're just saying yes so you don't piss me off. That's fine. That's good. That's exactly what you should be
He's
doing.
humoring you, okay?
Thank you.
You know what? No comment.
Welcome
Yeah.
back
Yeah, don't comment.
to the movie trivia Schmoedown.
I'll make sure that you're
It's
gone.
the Ultimate Schmoedown, and what a match today. But before we
I
get
come
to
on
that
here and started
part,
getting threats. I just want to watch a match card. Come on.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh,
Crushing
learn
defeat
to
here
behave then, young
Stacey
man.
Howard.
Oh, here we go.
It was a tough one. Yeah. I
Oh.
wasn't here. I was shocked to hear it. I
Yeah,
was
that
heartbroken
match.
to hear it. Thank you very
Poor,
much.
poor
How
Stacey.
you're my buddy. I received your card. How are you? I honestly thought you and I were going to be going head to head at the Spectacular this year.
Oh.
Yeah, it turns out baby carrots actually have a lot of chlorine in them. Yeah. And it turns out that they're not real carrots, they're just actually chopped up bigger carrots. So the name Baby Carrots will continue on, but as far as my future in this tournament, Stacey Howard put that to an end, and I'm, hats off to Stacey Howard. If I had to lose to somebody, I'm glad it's one of the bright new stars in this league. Make no mistake about it, I'm emotionally dead inside.
You are indeed. Look, you are what we've seen.
Yeah.
Old dogs get taken out.
I'm very drunk right now.
You are out of the tournament. Josh McCuga is out of the tournament.
He's drunk as well.
One of the old dogs.
HR sure loves to.
Team champion, the former singles champion, and last year's finalist, John the Outlaw Rocha.
He's still playing.
He's still playing.
Oh, good for him.
He is back, and he really wants to play for that belt come to the Spectacular. But in order to do that, he now has to play Jason Inman, who rightfully earned his shot in that fatal five-way where even Jason Inman didn't think he was going to win it. He was shocked when he did. No, he came in the ultimate underdog and came out winning and had a great performance.
That's the story of this match right now. So you have a geek versus a cowboy, but the cowboy has a lot of geek in him, and
Right.
the geek, he's got some fight in there, and he might own a horse as well.
All right, so both these guys, obviously Rocha is
That felt like a word problem.
top. We haven't seen Rocha since the collision in the stipulation. that
Does Jason have a horse?
Right, was that he would have to win
curious.
3 matches in a row in order to get that
Oh.
the tournament
would solve that problem. He would win 4 in a row, then he would get that shot.
Right
so
there.
Rocha's ready to do it. He's always been one of the most competitive in the league. He is ready to play. The game face is on. He's excited.
Oh, hey, both these men have served in the military. I just realized that now.
Yep.
So, hey, thank you both guys if you're watching this for your service.
I also just realized something. If Rocha doesn't make it, if Rocha gets knocked out in the second or third round, he has to redo 3 more matches before getting the belt. I just realized, yeah.
Well, looky here. How the hell did I get here? I didn't even expect that I was going to be here. But you know what? I am here. I earned
Doesn't
my
matter, you can
shot
win.
to take on a former champion. John Rocha, he's a friend of mine. He's
Come on,
son of a bitch.
like,
He's a
I
hell
haven't
of a
been right about a
competitor.
match
But
since
John,
Kalinowski.
I
Like
love
this
you.
time,
Now that I'm here,
break the streaks.
Jason
Can I
Inman,
just say,
your match, you're fantastic.
I'm
You're
sitting
gonna
on
be a hell of a
5.
competitor for me in
Out
this
of
match
my
today.
bracket, I am sitting
But I
on
gotta
5
take it
out
on
of
because
7,
that's
and if I
what
get
we're
this right,
2-1, that's what
6.
we're getting to.
I'm going to rise like
The only 2 I got wrong
because that's right.
were my the 2 people I would say were going to go win the thing.
Now I'm in the singles. John, I'm sorry. You were my friend. I love you to death.
My bracket's
Don't
been
talk
dead.
about my wife that way. but you gotta go out.
My bracket was dead
Jason,
on arrival.
You're the next part. I love you to death. You're young. I love your wife. I love everything about you, Jason Inman. I gotta take you out. Like everyone else in this tournament, you're a bag of bones in the way of the belt.
I think if you would ask anybody, I am truly the ultimate underdog of the Schmoedown. But you know what? Those are the people that are going to surprise you.
These shoulders are built to carry championships. So that's what I'm here to do. Yeah, I'm a face, I'm a heel, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's time to compete. It's time to get it done.
I am the underdog. I am here to stay. I earned my shot. And you know what? I'm going to use that momentum to rocket myself all the way to the top.
Jason Inman, it's time to go down. Live long and prosper.
Oh.
Star Trek 2. I'm going to jettison you out of the ship and put you on that planet.
Oh boy, man. I mean, you know, Rocha, it's a different Rocha. I like the competitiveness from Inman. An interesting note is that these guys consider some of their strengths to be Star Wars and Star Trek. That's not on the wheel. However, you do have some all-time Rocha favorites. And of course, Jason Inman is never too far away from comic book movies.
It is absolutely the truth, and I think that it's very interesting here because Inman didn't get in last year. He almost did. But Rocha, this is the tournament that made Rocha the star that he is today in the movie Trivia Showdown. So can he ever repeat the performance? Very interesting to see. He's a heavy favorite to win the tournament if you would ask the fans or anybody who is part of this league. But it's going to be tough, and we are ready to go. Mark, are you ready for the tail of the tape?
Inman nipping at his heels. Let's see what each character has as far as the strength goes.
Tail of the tape, Jason Inman has comic book movies, animated movies, and putting down just
He is very good at doing that. He's very good at saying dumb things as well.
John Rocha, strengths are biopics. He has dramas, and his strength, drama.
Full of drama, really good at blowing up bathrooms before matches, and now we get to see him compete firsthand.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Didn't even know that.
I saw shoes and ran the other direction.
Smart move.
Excuse me, boots.
Oh my god.
Oh, let's hear those words.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is ridiculous.
Movie trivia.
Here we go.
Clark, we are sitting here reacting to what consists of people fighting over trivia. We're all a little ridiculous. And we love it.
And it's amazing.
It is. It is.
Of 2 wins, 2 defeats. Give it up for Jason Justice Inman.
Oh, snap. Oh, look at him. Classy man.
Oh, Wonder Woman. Okay.
Oh.
The tournament in general, that's the point. Is
Got
that
a Wonder Woman jacket on there.
this tournament
Good spin.
in general makes stars already. Just in the Fatal 5-Way, Jason Inman wins that Fatal 5-Way, gets himself this chance, and my God, if he could beat John Rocha, he could easily make himself a favorite to win this.
Absolutely, and the Wonder Woman jacket, apropos, hopefully he's
Go
the
from
latest
16
woman
to.
in a long
Look, he's got
line
a.
to reject John Rocha here today.
It's got a pretty simple. Oh no, it's still a tough run.
Opponent,
Oh, it's
representing the Horseman.
different.
What's new?
What?
That's new.
That's
Of
different.
6 wins, for defeat.
I hope this doesn't give him bad mojo. Oh.
Shut up.
Ultimate Schmoedown
Clark's just feeding off of our
the
worry.
Movie Trivia Schmoedown Team Champion. The former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Singles Champion. The Outlaw John Rocha. Smiling.
Well, someone is having fun.
Little pep in his step. The whitest I've ever seen John Rocha. Yeah, very wedding Rocha. Reception dance floor.
Best.
Very casual, cowboy.
Very different, John Rocha.
That's right.
It is.
He's got two.
Very different.
Actually,
That's going to be screen capped a lot.
And thumbnail.
That's right.
Let's get it on.
All right, here we go. Round number one.
I think that's Robert that's the center with
In
him in
round
that
number
shirt.
one,
That's kind of
competitors are going to hear
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I don't remember Matt being in the middle.
categories. Each question is worth 1
That's
point.
Robert,
There's no penalty
but
for
whatever.
missing a question, and there's no stealing in round one.
Someone's
Once you hear
happy.
the question asked by us up here at the news desk,
All right.
write down your answer on the whiteboard.
Get
in front
ready
of you.
to
Just
do
sound
this.
like
Oh.
Coors Light, Mr.
Yeah.
Rocha.
Thank you.
I totally forgot about
Show
this.
your
I gotta
answer,
do-
reveal it to the cameras at the
I
same time
forgot,
you
but I'm just gonna
verbalize
sit
it
here and
into
nod.
the microphone.
Jason Inman, are you ready?
Let's do it.
John Rocha, are
This
you
will be the
ready?
round that you actually get them all.
Let's get
Yep,
ready
this will be.
to Schmoedown. All right, here we go.
Let's see how this goes.
Question number one in the realm of animated. What comedian voices the woolly mammoth Manfred in Ice Age?
Oh, okay.
Funnier the more they make.
You really
I
are,
don't remember
John.
his last name, but everybody loved him.
That's
Mm-hmm. I see what you did there.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. John Rocha.
Ray Romano.
Correct.
Ray
Romano.
Romano.
That Romano,
Right,
that's it.
1-1. Here we
That's
go.
a great
Neither competitor blinking just yet. Your next category, famous directors.
He was amazing in The Big Sick.
These are directors who
Yes.
have acquired some level
Need
of
to
fame.
see that
The
movie.
question is,
See it.
what famous
It's cool if
director
you when you get a
founded
chance.
the effects company Industrial Light and Magic?
Oh,
Are you kidding me? That's
Is that a trick question?
Are you good at light and or magic?
is it a trick question?
I'm great at magic.
Now I'm wondering. I don't know.
I know. I'm like, I think I know. I may not know by the very end. You know what?
3, 2, 1. Jason Inman.
George Lucas.
George Lucas.
George Lucas.
Rocha.
Oh,
Okay.
thank
All
goodness.
right. Here we
I was
go.
trying to be tricky
Because-
Stilisky
Oh
there
no,
for a second.
Rocha's drinking and Schmoedown. This isn't
Outside
good.
of Calvin Klein, it is. God
Cat-
damn
I,
it.
I'm
That's
not even
true.
going to be here, so I'll
Jacob.
take it.
Category of dramas. Category of dramas. Who won an Academy Award for playing a
Oh.
coup spy Rudolph Abel in Bridge of Spies?
Did we? Haven't we had this before?
I feel like we've had this, but I
May
don't.
have.
They thought about it.
Yeah, they're pens
We
down
might have had it.
now, huh?
Oh.
It might have been phrased differently. Yeah, exactly. There's so many different things that.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. John Rocha.
Mark
That's
Rylance.
correct.
Mark Rylance.
He's also in Dunkirk.
All right, here we go. Next question.
Stolen Oscar
Not
from Sylvester
wrong.
Stallone. Still
Yeah.
not
I keep
happy
thinking
about it.
Jason
Everybody takes
Inman's-
the
No, he stole it
Your
from
next
Mark
category
Ruffalo.
is in horror/thriller movies. And your question is thus.
Oh, huh.
Name
I
the
like it.
very first film where audiences met the killer doll with a fierce grin, Chucky.
First
Oh, okay.
out of the 7,000.
I have not seen a single one of these movies because this doll scares me.
Aw.
This round one basically
I haven't seen
encompasses
Annabelle.
this
I
movie's
can't. I just
title.
can't. Can't.
3,
I can't.
2, 1.
Don't know it.
Pens down. Jason Inman.
Is it
Curse of
Child's
Chucky.
That's correct.
Child's Play.
That's correct.
Child's Play
All
for
right,
those
there you
two.
go. All right, John Rocha has
It's
on
Child's
4-3
Play.
here.
Oh, I know what I need to watch
Perfect
now.
round.
Action,
Perfect
action
round.
adventure. What was the subtitle of the first live-action G.I. Joe movie released in 2009?
I'm sad I know this.
About Rocha's magic is that you get to literally feel
I'm so ashamed that I know this.
I know.
That's like, why did these come to me so easily?
3, 2, 1. Pens
Just
down.
say it.
Rise of Cobra?
Correct.
Rise of Cobra.
Right.
Yay.
Missed it. All right.
Ah.
What's the second one?
Retaliation.
Yeah.
They finally
That's
found
boring.
Rocha, and neither gentleman will be getting a bonus question this round.
Damn.
Your next category is
Walk it off.
fantasy
Walk it off, Outlaw.
sci-fi movies. Name the featured actor in Alien Resurrection who would go on to star in the 2 Hellboy movies.
Oh.
I remember liking that Alien. I'm confused. I remember liking that. Wait,
I've not seen Resurrection.
You're a
Resurrection is the 4th one? I don't know.
3. So out of 2, 1.
Doug
Pens
Jones.
down and John
Ron
Rocha.
Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Ron
Ron
Perlman.
Perlman.
There you go.
Tie game.
Seen Hellboy. I've not seen it.
5-5 here. Next question, category of romance.
Oh.
Romance.
Nice.
Who plays the fiance to Owen Wilson's struggling
I love this movie.
Just came alive over there.
Oh no, I forgot her name. Oh my goodness. No, 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 come on it, man! I'm blanking! No! Come on! Come on!
Rachel
McAdams!
Rachel McAdams.
Amy Adams.
Ah!
The answer.
She was right there.
Somebody didn't love that movie enough.
Bring up a guess.
Wow.
Your next question.
Go for
Final in this round one comes from the world of new releases. And your
That was
question
embarrassing.
is, what is the name of Karen Gillan's character in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies?
Oh,
God damn it. The last
Oh,
question.
Perhaps
Um,
Guardians of the Galaxy fan fiction, and I would destroy whatever He-Man BS.
Rachel McAdams, come on.
Negative. You'll be writing a He-Man fiction. Yeah, yes or no?
I miss Ken Knapsack. 5, 3, 2,
I got nothing.
1. Pens
I
down.
can't remember it.
Jason Inman.
It's called
God damn it.
Nebula.
Nebula!
I said it was a sister, but
See?
Nebula.
See?
Sister Nebula. Okay.
Yeah, Sister
Sounds-
Nebula.
Nah,
She's
he
not
got
even
Nebula
on
in
that
there.
I got a
character.
perfect round.
We'll
Where's
take it.
my
All right,
bonus
so-
question?
Damn.
Sister Nebula.
Came at the end,
Made her a
man.
nun.
Round number 1.
Sister Nebula.
Former
Just the
champion.
sound of music.
I got 7. Oh,
Good, good
7-6.
first round.
so close to getting my first perfect.
7-6.
You haven't got one yet?
I've not got a perfect yet. I've always
Oh.
missed
Now we are
one.
in round two.
Except in the celebrity matches, but they don't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't count. No, I usually get the 7. Yeah, but so I love it when I get the 8.
So, appreciate. Jason has 6. He got 6 out of 8.
Yeah, he did it.
Impressive.
Sorry, he's not a 16C.
I know. I'm
It's
impressed.
just because his record. It's just because his record doesn't reflect his actual ability. It's this
And not when
tournament.
you're in the building more.
Yeah, this tournament has not been a reflection of people's actual ability, but records.
It hasn't.
Over Jason Inman. Would you like to spin first or defer?
Considering the
Star
favorites
Trek
keep dying, yes,
flying
I agree.
partner?
I defer to my Star Trek fan.
All right.
All right.
Also, guys, do not forget the JTE rule as well as the challenge rule.
Who
All
could
right.
forget
All
that?
right. Here we go. Jason Inman, you're up
Jason
first.
wants to get biopics.
We're in round 2 and no one used
There we go.
it,
There
so.
you go. You gotta think he's searching for comic book
Good to know.
movies here.
Spin, Jason.
It's
Because
not
if
gonna
he
get
gets
there.
filed,
Like
Spielberg.
Spielberg
Ooh.
movie.
Take it.
That's not a bad pick.
It's not.
Spielbergo.
What is he
But
doing?
that's a
would
lot of
take it.
movies.
I'm gonna stay with
That
it.
is
Wow.
Julia Roberts on the wheels,
Here
I
we
would
go.
take it.
Jason, 4 questions in the realm of Spielberg. First one. The 1989 film Always tells the tale of a pilot Spirit looking for a newer pilot, only to find
Richard
a fallen
Dreyfuss
Spirit's
and John
father's
Goodman.
girlfriend. Who
Yep.
are the 2 male leads?
One of the few Spielbergs I have not seen.
It's Richard Dreyfuss.
Come on. It's really sad.
Is it good?
Mel Gibson?
It's good. It's
I
really
think it's
sappy, though.
Richard Dreyfuss and Rick Ross.
No.
That's incorrect.
No.
Richard Dreyfuss and
John
John Goodman.
Goodman.
John Goodman.
John
It's very manipulative.
Ah.
Challenge that.
Top Gun?
I'm going to challenge that. Look it up.
All right.
Rick Ross is in the movie, but
he
the
is.
two
He's not a
male
lead.
leads are John Goodman
Yeah.
and Richard Dreyfuss.
Well, you can argue the
He
leads.
challenged it. He challenged it. Is
Yeah.
it challenge
Don't
right now?
challenge the
Outlaw?
waste.
We'll be back.
Oh.
Well, look,
Oh.
you can look if he can put up the argument that look,
All right,
he
we're
is.
back from the
Yeah.
challenge. The outlaw has challenged, and
Well, now we know.
sticking with the original ruling.
Yeah.
John Goodman is the lead. John Rocha will
Yeah.
lose his challenge.
Okay, it's okay.
That's probably a
Right,
bad
so,
thing.
all right, now back to Jason.
Also, that was a tough question. You got to name
Jason
2
Inman.
actors.
Here we go, Jason.
Yeah.
What was the first?
It
It should have been other than Richard Dreyfuss because that's the one everyone knows who is the. But oh well. Nominated is Jaws.
I'm gonna go multiple choice.
No, wait,
A,
it
Jaws.
wasn't Jaws. Jaws was best
For
picture.
director.
Sorry,
Close Encounters
that
of the
was
Third
a
Kind, I think.
Raiders of the Lost
I think it's
Ark.
Close.
Raiders.
Did E.T.?
No, it's a
No,
Close
it's Close
Encounters.
Encounters. It's Close Encounters. We were talking about this the other day.
Encounters of the Third Kind.
All right, here you go.
Yeah,
Rick Ross
we were literally
Great,
talking
I'm
about
glad
this
you
the other day.
We were. You're
Benedict
right.
Cumberbatch and Tom Hiddleston co-star in this
War
Spielberg
Horse.
Wait.
drama.
Warhorse. Ah, underrated. I'm gonna say it, underrated. Not great, but underrated.
I have not like audibly gasped so many times watching a
Is
freaking
it
horse
A,
movie.
music,
Like they like put that horse through hell. It was
Palestine,
awful.
D, Warhorse.
Warhorse.
That's correct. 1 point.
And the Warhorse Inman now
Yeah.
up 1 on John Rocha.
Final question here, Jason, in the world of Spielberg. What is Spielberg's longest
Gotta
film
be
with a
Schindler's
runtime
List.
of
Yeah.
Schindler's List.
Oh no, wait,
3
maybe
hours and
Amistad
15
though.
minutes.
No, I'm
No.
sorry.
Amistad?
It's not.
I own it, and it's not that long.
2 points.
There it
Jason
is.
Inman.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Schindler's List is 3 hours and 15 minutes.
It's really that
I know,
long?
because
I don't remember it being that long.
Lauren literally on the weekend got to the logo, and I went, "Oh, so it's a 3-hour, 15-minute movie." And she was like, "Yeah, not watching that right now."
I was about to say, how do you know it's 3 hours and 15 minutes exactly? Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, that's a.
Like, I
At
know
least
you
they
like
can't
numbers.
move
but that's
time now.
unfair.
Veteran.
That's a good spin.
Here comes Biopix. He wants
Oh!
Yes. Does it again.
Oh,
Big,
wow.
big spin
That's
by
actually-
Rocha right there.
Wow.
Are there any biopics
Okay.
left? I'm a little nervous.
I
now.
would
All
like
right.
to see.
Yeah, I would
They're
be
awesome.
too.
All right, John Rocha, you have spotted a
The
desired
coffin is
category.
being drawn out.
According to many sources out there, you're a fan of biopics, and here's your first question in that
If
world.
he sweeps this.
Who directed 127
Danny
hours?
Boyle?
Oh.
Danny McBride.
Oh,
No, not Danny. Danny.
It's like
Wow,
a
that's
very different movie.
5.
Multiple choice.
Danny something.
Danny Boyle.
Danny
Steven
Boyle, right?
Soderbergh.
Boyle, yeah.
B. Danny Boyle.
I missed the. I
C.
missed.
Doug
Yeah.
Lyman.
Yeah.
Or D.
I would have
You
liked to
got
see
it.
that.
You got it.
Danny
I
Boyle.
want to see
1
Danny
point for
Danny
McBride.
McBride.
That's what I was gonna say.
Danny McBride directed 127 hours with James Franco. Wow, that would have been a very different movie.
2014 biopic American Sniper.
Wait.
Which of the following attacks on the United States prompts Chris Kyle to enlist in the United States Navy?
9/11.
Which of the?
Which
following?
Oh,
Which-
9/11.
that is
No.
incorrect.
Oh.
It is. It's 9/11.
Oh, an embassy or something?
I have no idea.
That's a. Oh, that's the one I would have
The
challenged.
World Trade Center.
That is
That's the
incorrect.
same
We're looking for
thing.
the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombings
Embassy.
in East Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
Oh, that's no. That's right. And
That's what
then
happens
when
you
he's
answer the
already
biopic.
a.
This is deep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's already
All right,
there.
Here we go.
That's
Next
right.
question.
Don't worry.
Who plays
Oh, no,
the
gosh, I
frustrated new
Sorry,
Prime
Chris. I was
Minister
wrong.
in the
Oh, what's his? Michael Sheen.
Michael Sheen.
Yeah,
Point
Michael.
for
Ties it up.
Rocha.
He's done it 3
He's great.
times.
We are now tied up.
He's done it in
Your
Three
question
Queen,
times?
in the world of biopics.
that special relationship, and something else.
Chadwick Boseman
Huh.
occasionally breaks the fourth wall while starring in what biopic?
Oh.
Is he 42?
Is it? It's 42, but is it? Does he break the?
No, it's.
I haven't
think
seen
it's
42.
No,
so-
it's the other one. Get on
Is
up.
it A, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? B, 42,
Oh, Get On Up.
C, Get On Up.
That would
or
make more
D,
sense
Talk
to me. I've seen neither.
Get on up. Get on up.
Jesus, I don't.
5.
Get on up.
For 1
1
point of the
point,
lead.
Rocha.
There you go.
he
Wow,
has
that's a
done
good
it.
guess.
Look,
He didn't know.
You would have told me that Rocha would only have a 1-point lead going into
Yeah.
round number 3.
Look at the smile on Jason Inman's face right
Yeah.
now.
Jason Inman has nothing to lose.
Nah, he's just happy to be
I
here.
see you smiling over there, Clark.
One of the greatest
I see you
competitors this
smiling.
game has ever seen.
Yeah.
Stop.
Now,
I
Rocha
love
has
this
a
tournament.
1-point lead at round number 3. Mark, how's
The
round
team
number 3?
tournament
In round
could
number
screw
3,
itself, but
each
this
player
tournament is
will
great.
give us a series of 3 numbers ranging from 1 to 20. Rocha, you'll give us your 3 numbers first, then Inman, because Rocha has the 1-point lead. That's how that works. Each number you give us corresponds to a movie category up here at the news desk. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. The last question is worth 5 big points. And like we said, Rocha, you're going to be giving us your 3 numbers first. So which numbers feel lucky today?
2, 4, and 6.
2, 4, 6. Jason Inman.
Basic.
Okay.
Let's go with 7, 10, and 12.
All right, so it's
All
going
odd
to
numbers.
Good numbers.
Going to try to avoid
All
TKO
odd.
and send it
Come
back
on, Rocha.
to Rocha with just by answering his first 2-pointer here. It is number 7. Number 7 is what he chose. Number 7, Jason, that would be DiCaprio films. DiCaprio films.
Uh-huh.
Name a film in which the name of Leo's character is in the title of
Ooh.
the film.
Romeo and Juliet.
Titanic.
Gilbert Grape.
I mean,
That's a lot.
He did not
You know,
remember
Jack
that.
Titanic's Austin.
He was
Jack-
either Romeo and Juliet.
He's the. It's the. The ship didn't sink.
I get
It was him.
All right.
I just said, never mind.
Now
It's
it's,
a-
it's
Yeah.
a 3-pointer.
It's a 3-pointer.
Because
Back to
yeah,
Rocha.
he,
Back. All right, category.
Yeah.
yeah, Romeo, Juliet, J. Edgar, or Great Gatsby.
All right.
No, he said Gilbert Grape. He's not Gilbert Grape.
Oh, yeah, he's not. Shit.
In 2004.
2004.
14.
It's.
What did
Dude, I hate that they do this. It's Frozen. It's Frozen. It's Let It Go,
Let
but it was
Go.
the 2013 film that won it in 2014.
Okay, that's why.
I hate those.
hate these
Wait, the
questions.
Oscar.
Repeat the question.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's probably what's
they
throwing him
didn't-
off. He probably thinks it's Let It Go, but he knows that that
Yeah.
came out in 13.
But did a Disney movie win in 2013 at the Oscars? Because that would
Right.
help if it didn't.
It did nothing one in 14.
There's a gap.
Or
Yeah,
6.
6.
But
And they have no
best
song.
original
I have no
song
idea.
in 2000.
It's not coming to me.
Let it go. Frozen.
Oh, wow.
Let it go.
He could challenge that.
Never gotten
Yeah.
Go, and with one more question, he might let
He
go with
could
his
challenge
chances to
that.
win
He,
the
he
Ultimate
could. That
Showdown.
would be the
Yeah,
time to
I
do
was
it
gonna say
on the
that,
last
but,
one.
you know,
Because
but-
it's vague, because
All right, here we go. So your
it
final
won for the
question
2013, but
here.
I know. I get why they say it in 2014
Yeah.
because technically it won in
Yeah,
2014.
technically it
but
is. Yeah.
Yeah, but the
It's
question was
honoring the
specific.
2013 awards.
It should have said which 2013 Disney movie.
first,
In leading roles.
Oh,
That's
it's
Sleepless in Seattle?
Sleepless in Seattle?
no, it's the one before it.
I think you're trying to trick me.
What was the first?
Oh, there's one
Well,
before
there's
it.
Sleepless in Seattle, Joe versus
So,
Volcano,
I'm just
You've
happy
Got
to be here.
Mail,
Sleepless in
and
Seattle.
those are all
Oh.
after.
I don't know.
TKO? Really? Wow.
He ends
Oh,
up
I
winning
was-
that technical knockout.
Yeah, that's still. I mean,
1 point.
yay, Rocha! But.
Wow.
The answer was Joe versus the Volcano.
Oh, that was
That's
first.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I thought that was after.
Trivia Schmoedown competitors here. You know what? A game effort by Jason Inman, and he ran into some tough
Ooh,
questions
yeah.
and categories he wasn't
That
as
was-
familiar with. That you won't see a lot in the Inner Geekdom, but I think Inman can be back here in single
Oh,
play
yeah.
in the movie Trivia
Definitely.
Schmoedown.
Oh, yeah.
What this does is it sets up a heated match here between John Rocha and Sam Levine.
Oh, boy.
That is very, very interesting. Sam Levine.
Finally.
John
Somebody
Rocha.
else.
John Rocha wants some revenge on Sam Levine from
Ah,
talking
yes,
at the
he
free
does.
for all, and Sam
And
wants
this
to go
does
for
now
the
mean
free-for-all.
Jason is coming
So,
out
there
with
you go.
Rocha
That
for
is,
Yep.
matches.
For the
it looked
rest of the
like he was
tournament.
putting up a fight, but then he just couldn't pull together
Let's
the
do
win.
this.
So let's go and talk
Can we have
about
a
the
new
Jester,
horseman?
who is here with both John Rocha and Jason Inman.
Probably not, but.
Nance.
What's up,
Yeah,
Mr.
probably.
Well, that would
Trivia
make sense
fans?
for
I'm
the
Jen
2 other
Sturger here
horsemen
with
to
the
be above the
legend, John
line.
Rocha. How's it
you,
feel
Jen.
to be back? We haven't seen you in a while. We saw you in, your last time you won was in February.
Yeah.
And then you were in the triple threat match. And now you're back.
Yeah.
And you're competing in the tournament.
Yeah, listen. It's a whole new tournament. It's deeper. It's harder. There's more player and there's upsets happening all over the place. So it's incredible to beat Jason Inman by 1 point. And I've got something to prove. Losing to Dan in that triple threat match on the heels of losing the tag team titles or losing the tag team opportunity with Matt Nost against the Patriots. I just am in a different place. I'm focused. I'm not going to get too high, not too low. Do my breathing. Do all my meditation. Do my focusing. And this guy, Jason Inman, it says 16. No way was he a 16 seed. That guy beat he won in the 5-way. He came and brought it, and it was a tight game. If he hadn't missed those third round questions, it was going to come back to me. So beating him by 1 point says something about that competition.
And how about that second round when you spun biopics? How stoked were you?
Yeah, very, very happy. And
But the biopics questions are getting harder.
they
am I
are,
wrong?
and that's my fault because I keep spinning it and it keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and we're getting more obscure. So it's a tough situation. But I'm also feeling a bit, I was a bit rusty. It's been a bit, so just kind of figuring it out as I go along.
Absolutely. So now, of course, we've got to talk what's coming up for you next in this tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've heard, but there's been a lot of trash talking from Sam Levine, who I don't know. Are you sad that Sam beat Bibiani?
I'm a little bit sad that Sam beat Bibiani because Bibiani's been talking all his mess. He left my horseman. He's doing all the things that he's doing, and he crashed and burned both times. Both times he's had a shot out in the first round, and I wanted shots at Bibiani because
Can you
stuff
see
is
the
wrong.
steam coming off there?
That being
Waiting
said,
for something for.
Sam Levine, you and I have had a date with destiny for quite some time now. Ever since you shot your mouth off to Emma Fife and you said,
We'll let you know when it's
John
back,
Rocha.
Clark.
Yeah, I remember. I still have it as a video on my phone. I wake up to it. I play it to myself every morning.
Let me know when he stopped.
It's your alarm
Against
clock.
Tuesday. Yeah, it's my alarm clock. It's
Shut
what
his
Sam
little
Levine
mouth.
wakes me up every
Shut
morning
up,
with
John.
this.
Oh, what a great thing to wake up to in the morning.
That's right. That's my alarm. Every time I wake up, it gets me out of bed. It gets me into the gym. It gets me studying movie trivia. You know why, Sam Levine? Because I got to beat your diminutive butt once and for all. That beard, no one's buying it. A child your age can't grow a beard that big. I know it's all fake. You put it on the spirit gum. You're lying to everybody. That's goat hair. It's not even real hair, Sam Levine. You're taking it from the bottom of the top of your head and putting it on your face. It's disgusting. Go bald already.
Kind of a novel idea. Now,
Wow.
you are a veteran
Yeah.
in this
Remember, he's
tournament.
supposed to be a
Do you
face
think
right
Does it
now.
ever get easier? Are you still a little nervous.
He gets Max Hog Light for the best.
Always nervous going against competition.
He's
Like
supposed
this.
to be a
Always
face, but right now
finding and
he's the
recruiting
nipple inside
new
of a
people,
giraffe
smart
or
people,
something.
intelligent about movies. Look at the tournament.
I don't know
Jim
what I
McCarthy,
said.
Viviani, all
That's
these
gonna
people.
go down
Someone
in
like Stacey
reaction
Howard can step in
history.
and beat Mark Ellis. That tells you the level of competition we're dealing with here in the tournament. And certainly Jason Inman was no pushover, and I fully expected for him to take me to the end, and he almost did.
Have made an enemy.
Wonderful
Can't wait to see what you do
human being.
Either it's destroy Sam Levine. That's what I'm doing next.
Han Solo. That's great.
No, wait, before I let you go, I have one more question. You know, with Riley being a
That scene
two-time
that should have been
champ
cut from Star Wars.
and Merle being a two-time champ, is there a little bit of pressure to go up against Christian in that final match?
Oh, Jen, I wouldn't say it's pressure. It's excitement. It's drive. It's desire. Look, I said 4 matches, right? We're down to 3. It only makes sense. I want to be
You're
a
losing your
two-time champ
next
as
one.
well. Listen, I know people still think it's a fluke that I won both those belts, the tag team belts and the
I mean,
single
you're
belts.
winning
They
your
think it's a
next
fluke
one,
that
John.
beat
I
Dan,
can't
but
wait for you
couldn't
to
beat him,
win.
'cause that
No.
question, I was one
It's
and
worse.
future question away from beating Dan again.
Rooting
People
for
still
John.
think it's a fluke. So if I'm going to belong on that Mount Rushmore of the Schmoedown, I feel like I have to be a 2-time champ just to get up there. And Christian Harloff, you talk all that mess. You talk all that stuff.
Still my
about
favorite
one
match.
Point, the Rocky 3 analogies, all that stuff. You got your revenge tour. You best be praying to face me, son, so you can finish that thing out. It'll be the last stop on your tour, Christian. And the belt's coming back around my waist or on my shoulder where it belongs. Because these are the shoulders built to carry a championship belt.
Yeah, they're pretty tough. Oh, Jason. That was a rough way to go out.
You know, I was just happy to be there.
Frozen? Frozen, really?
He
I
had
couldn't place the
nothing
year.
to lose.
I couldn't. You know, that's what happened in all 3 of my last questions. Like, I knew the answer, but I couldn't make it come out. I thought the last question was a trick, so I was like, okay, it's either a trick or I'm going to say the obvious answer. But I knew Frozen won an Oscar. I just couldn't place the year.
Frozen, Gatsby, Meg Ryan. Who gets taken out?
I know, Meg Ryan, that bitch. All right. She took it out, too.
Oh, it was really, really close though. Up until then, it was a 1-point match. How great were you feeling that second round going into the third round?
I was feeling really good because Rocha could have dominated me in biopicks, but he didn't. And I was really worried that I made a mistake hunkering down on Spielberg, but I couldn't chance it. There were too many unknowns in the wheel, so I was feeling pretty comfortable. It worked out for me most of the way.
It did. Luck
Yeah.
played your side. That wheel can either destroy someone or it can be their best friend. And I think you did pretty well today.
Yeah. There were some Rocha questions over biopicks that I knew. So, like, yeah, for, John Rocha, I really respect him. I was very scared coming into this match. I expected him to TKO me in the
third round.
So the fact that he didn't makes me feel pretty good today.
So going forward in the tournament, can we say you're rooting for John Rocha?
I'm rooting for John Rocha.
If you're going to get taken out, be taken out.
Yeah. And I'm going to stick by my pledge. If I can make it to his matches, I will back out hand in hand with them, celebrating him, maybe with fireworks, some sort of.
You don't have fireworks for
I'm
that,
going to make
no.
the studio messy.
That'd be cool to see.
However we do it, I'm going to celebrate John Rocha because
The last Schmoedown match before it burns
John
the
Rocha.
belt.
Now John Rocha's the only one in there, and I want him to go all the way to the top.
So now that
God.
you've been knocked out
Ball
of the tournament,
here.
what's next for you?
Well, I had some fun in the singles tournament, and I'm going to come back to the singles. I think, me winning the 5-way and me proving that Rocha didn't just shut me down proves that I still have some play to have in the singles tournament. We did pretty well in the team tournament. Team Trek's going nowhere, but there is a tournament that I need to be in.
Which is that?
That is the Inner Geekdom.
Oh.
That is the one that Christian at every turn has been like, oh, we can't schedule a match. We can't schedule a match. We can't schedule a match. I think he's afraid that I'm going to take that belt really quickly away from Hector Navarro because he's just never given me a shot at.
Wait. You think the commissioner is dodging you to schedule this match?
Little bit. He had a shot to put me in the very
Surprised
first
Dagnino
Inner
didn't
Geekdom.
appear
If
as
there
soon
was
as he
anybody
said
you were going to
that.
put in the Inner Geekdom, this whole group, it would have been me. I mean, for God's sake, I'm wearing this right now. I'm wearing
Double.
and he didn't put me
He's
in the
not
first
getting
round.
laid.
So, no, but Inner Geekdom, I'm going to shoot like a phoenix straight to the top.
Listen to that. It's so encouraging.
Thank you.
Well,
Like
thank
that.
you so much for hanging out with us today.
I had a great time.
We will see you again soon.
Cool.
Jen's a great interviewer.
Look,
She's
I know
great.
It's his first time
She's
back in a
fantastic.
while, but he seems not too concerned
Love her.
about some of the rustiness that we clearly saw up there today. Biopics, he had to get the dust off of that category.
Well, I think that, to be fair, John Rocha is very strong in the third round. So I think that had Jason Inman bounced it back to Rocha, I think we would have been for a fight. It's just, Inman just didn't have it in the third round.
The guy hasn't seen Frozen 10 times. Are we going to punish him forever?
Well, the Frozen one was pretty tough.
You knew it.
I knew
You love that song.
I did. But listen, it isn't matter. Rocha
That song
obviously
is in my jam.
Really wants to get back in the belt, and I respect him for it.
Especially in
And
the
I-
shower.
Part of me is it would be very interesting to play Rocha again. He's the only one on my
No idea
that
how I
finish
love
my
singing that in the
revenge.
shower.
Sold out tour across this great land of ours.
So, but look,
Okay.
Rocha's also talking about
Awesome. Audience members just got some great insight.
The more you know.
That was your view into Clark's life for the day.
Yep.
And more just determined
We just lost 50 subscribers.
Yeah, and a little more dressed down, maybe a little less emotional even. Rocha, when he wins, when he loses, he's trying not to get too high or too low. So hats off to both of the competitors. One of which wears a great cowboy hat.
Well, Rocha's now 7-4. Starts his climb back into the Ultimate Schmoedown. 1 down, 3 to go in order for the Ultimate Schmoedown winner to be the outlaw. But he's got a tough road ahead.
Wow. This is not what I expected the bracket to be.
Bracket. Oh my god.
I have everything
Rocha and
correct.
Levine, Howard Cushing, Snyder JTE, and Chandler Kalinowski.
Wow.
We're in a very alternate mirror universe that I don't like.
So I'm liking where we're going so far, partner.
You know who
Schmoedown
else is
too.
on fire is all the fans out there for sharing this, going door to door, taking their laptops to
There's
their
gonna be a
neighbors
lot
and
of
saying,
comeback
"You click right
player of
here and
the
watch
year
the movie
awards to
trivia
dish out
Schmoedown."
next
Also
year.
join the Facebook
Yeah,
page
it's
and
gonna
check
be
out
tough to
the Schmoedown
decide.
Rundown
Yeah.
on iTunes.
I won't
Let's
be-
let's learn something.
It's the numbers.
What's
Stats.
up, everyone? Frank here from the Rundown.
It's Frisky
And
Frankie.
finally, the first round of the tournament has come to an end
Can't believe I
as
said
John
that.
Rocha
Whatever.
defeats
Great.
Jason Inman
So good.
11-10. Real quick, let's see how we got there.
Sorry, Frank.
It was
I'm
a
not
tight
sorry.
first round as Inman's 6 points was able to keep pace with Rocha's 7 points. And in fact, this was the third straight time Rocha has scored 7 points in the first round in singles play. So with a 1-point lead, Rocha defers to Inman, who comes up with 4 points in the Spielberg category. As for Rocha's turn, he spun biopics for the 4th time in
Charlie
his
Sheen
career.
is a
And after
category?
his turn,
Wait,
he has
was
now
it?
answered
Yeah, there
14
was.
I saw Charlie
of
Sheen
16
there. I don't
questions
remember that one.
lifetime in the
There's been a
biopics
bunch of new
category.
ones added.
Huh.
Moving on
14
to
of
the final round
16.
with a
Jesus.
11-10 lead. Inman was unable to answer any of his final 3 questions, giving Rocha the win and the first
You could have
TKO
challenged that.
of the
Let it
tournament.
go. Before
Also, believe it or not, this was Rocha's
Maybe
first
give it gotten
career
a new one.
TKO in the Schmoedown. As we take a closer look to what these players did, you can see Rocha answered 10 out of 13 questions for a 77% accuracy rate. He was 0 for 1 on his lone steal opportunity. Jason Inman, he answered 9 out of 16 for a 56% accuracy rate. He was also 0 for 1 in his lone steal opportunity. Now after this match with Rocha and Inman, let's take a look at how the first round breaks down between the winner and the losers, how they performed. You can see the winner usually answers 76% of their questions while averaging 16 to 17 points for the win. As for the loser, they've been answering close to 62%, only coming up around 14 points in the match. As we move into the second round, expect that loser score rate to go up and the point totals to become closer together. It should be an exciting rest of the tournament. Alright, now that the first round is over, let's take a look at these second round matchups. We're going to have Brianne Chandler taking on Mike Kalinowski once again. You got Jeff Snyder and JTE doing Battle of the Patriots. You have Stacey
excited for
Howard
that.
taking on Rachel Cushing. Should be a real interesting match. And then finally we have John Rocha taking on Sam Levine. And if Rocha's post-match comments are entertaining, so should this match. And if we take a look at Rocha and Levine's opponents that they've faced this season, you see Rocha in his 4 matches, his opponents are scoring on an average of 73%. And then you have Levine. In his 3 matches, his opponents are scoring nearly 80% against him. So they have both been up against some quality competition this season. It should be very interesting to see what they do against each other because no doubt about it, these 2 players are on a roll, and it should be a highly skilled match we'll see in the second round from these 2. Now let's turn our attention to some record updates. Let's start with the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament performances. You see Rocha's performance here against Inman just slides in at number 10 now, answering 10 out of 13 like we said before, with 10 points, answering 76.92% of his questions. He slides right into that 10th
Look at that.
spot. Now looking
I
at
love
the all-time
Ellis versus
point leaders,
JTE is the number
John
1,
Rocha
and
is
it's
now
a
the
loss.
new point leader in the history of the Schmoedown with 186 points through 11 matches. He finally overtakes Josh McCouga's 182 points.
Wow.
But it wasn't all good for Rocha in terms of records. If we take a look at steal leaders, John Rocha was in that 5 spot, but now his arch nemesis Scott Mance slides up to that 5 spot.
Not arch nemesis really anymore.
John Rocha
it's Bibiani now.
is now in 7 out of 10 because of that miss in this match. He drops down to 7th, and who's 6th on this list that we don't see here? That would be Sam Levine. All right, if you're looking for more stats and info on your favorite players and teams, go follow at SD Rundown Stats on Twitter for more. And if you want to listen to full breakdowns and analysis of every match, be sure to check out the Schmoedown Rundown podcast every Saturday on the SK Plus YouTube channel, as well as on the Schmoes Know podcast feed on iTunes.
Frankie numbers.
All right, that's it. This has been your post-match Schmoedown.
There we go. Any?
And there we go. There we have it.
All right.
All right.
Well, guys, that... Look, okay, I don't think a TKO is worthy of that match.
No.
And that, I'm happy it ended up being a TKO. I'm happy Rocha gets a TKO on his record. But going into 3rd round, that wasn't a TKO. That was Inman just didn't perform in his 3rd round. That was simple. That was Rocha.
Yeah.
Rocha was a little rusty in singles. He has been a little rusty in singles. I mean, he hasn't played since Collision in singles, so I think that's starting to show a little bit. And I think if I was Rocha, I maybe wouldn't be starting to do biopics. I would be spinning again and maybe going something else. Manning, what were your thoughts on this match?
My thoughts overall were, yay, I'm happy. I am not sad yet, Clark. Not yet. Not yet.
You will be. You will be.
You will be. I was setting that up. I was hoping you to go for it. Anyway, thank you, Yoda. However, I think this was an excellent match on both their sides because I believe that Jason Justice Inman is a really underrated player. And as you had mentioned prior, Jacob, his final scores do not reflect his capability as a competitor. And then yes, of course, John Rocha did score 7 out of 8. He almost got a perfect round in that one, so he is good. But his biopic knowledge, as he'd mentioned, is you're digging until you're getting to the barrel, and you don't have to know everything at the bottom of the barrel. So I would say I'm looking forward to see what the match between Levine and Rocha. That's going to be really entertaining to see. But they both did great. And in the end, it was Jason who knocked himself out, I would say.
Absolutely. Jen, what were your thoughts on this match?
The streak is broken. I can be happy now going into round 2. Clean slate, start over. But yeah, it's basically Jason, he just kind of got rattled in round 3. I feel like that first question, because there were so many multiple options to pick and he just picked the wrong one, that mentally just kind of throws you off. So you don't really believe in yourself in the next one. And then by the 3rd one, it just became overwhelming for him. But yeah, I'm glad Rocha got a TKO. That's the first one for the tournament, which is very interesting because it's been just a bunch of powerhouses in this entire tournament. So a lot of great matches. This was another great match, and looking forward to more. That round 2 matchups they're going to be some great competition there. So
absolutely, Chris, what were your thoughts on the match?
Look, the match was what it was. The round 3. I mean, again, Jason lost the match. Rocha didn't win it. This wasn't Rocha's best match. In fact, I will say that it was probably one of his less memorable. It was still enjoyable, but it's probably one of his lesser memorable matches. Doesn't mean it was bad. It was entertaining. It was fun. They were into it. But overall, yeah, Rocha needs to prove himself in the next match, and I'm now seeing more and more that I think Levine beat Bibbs, and Bibbs had an off game. Rocha probably had the same kind of game Bibbs did, except he lucked out. Jason wasn't on top of his game either, so I can see Levine steamrolling Rocha, and that's just how this tournament is cooking out to be. it is what it is. It was great. It was fun, but yeah, it wasn't as memorable as I thought it would be. But it was great.
I love that you can relate
Yeah.
everything back to Bibbs anyway.
I can.
It's like the 6
he'll find a
degrees
way.
of Bibiani. He'll find it.
He will find a way. Now, look,
He'll always find a way.
Just like life.
Again, on the summit, you'll hear a lot more of our thoughts on this match and the Mark Ellis versus Stacey Howard match. But one thing I do want to mention, and I know just in case Chris Kaliski does comment on this one, I agree with how the wording of the Academy Awards question is. I understand why it is worded that way. I just think it needs to include the fact that the movie itself came out the year before. I think that it's a little too harsh when you're giving someone a year and it's not the year the movie came out. And that is the trivia that we are looking at. So that's just me. I am
And then there's people like me that don't know years, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, well, someone who knows years really well and knows Oscars well, yeah. All right, guys. Guys, you can find us all at our links right below on Facebook. Manning, where can the good people find you online?
If you ever do find me online, just wandering around on the interwebs, it will be at Cinna. That's that is not an S. That is CINE_man, MANN for Cinnamon. I tried something different, like cinnamon, but it's Cinnamon. You get it? Cool. Moving on.
Chris Clark, where can they find you online?
You can find me on YouTube and Instagram at ChrisClark8788. Those numbers mean nothing. Or you can find me on YouTube at No Man's Land Entertainment.
Jen, where can people find you online?
You can find me on Twitter and Stardust at JK Meme Queen and just everywhere that schmoes are talked about online, Facebook, yeah.
And you guys can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Jacob London, and you can find my movie reviews on Letterboxd at Jacob London. Until next time, guys, I'm Jacob London from Take 3 Productions. Thank you to everyone who joined us for this panel today. Until next time, take care.